Hi guys, I hope you all are doing well and welcome to the first video of the entire series that will be dedicated to Active Directory Federation Service or ADFS. In this particular video, we will be discussing what is Active Directory Federation Service. I will be discussing what is claims-based identity model. We will be talking about Federation Trust, and then I will be discussing few important terms like what is claim, what is security token service or STS, claims provider, identity provider, and what is relying party. So this is going to be a foundational video on ADFS. If we go by definition, ADFS works on claims-based identity model. ADFS is a component of Windows Server operating system that provides users with single sign-on access to the systems and the applications. Those are located across organizational boundaries. Let's consider a couple of examples and things will be more clear. Let's assume we have two organizations, Organization 1 and Organization 2. Organization 1 wants to access an application that is hosted in Organization 2. Now, to achieve this, both organizations need to create a trust so that they can share their resources with each other. But this can lead to a security risk because both organizations will be able to access all of their resources. And moreover, in order to create a trust, both organizations need to open certain port numbers. For example, 389, 443, 89, and 636. Now, this is where ADFS comes in the picture. In ADFS, we create a federation trust with a particular application. And this way, the users from one organization will be able to access only the application that they are authorized to. And this trust requires only port 443 to be opened. Let's consider one more example and let's understand why do we need ADFS. When an Active Directory user account wants to access certain applications, Active Directory will generate a Kerberos ticket once the user has been authenticated. And this Kerberos ticket will be sent to the applications that this user is trying to access. Now, one thing to note here is that Kerberos ticket will always contain same set of attributes. A Kerberos ticket contains user account SID, group SID, and authentication timestamp. Now, in this example, a user is trying to access two different applications. When this user will be authenticated, Active Directory will generate two Kerberos tickets and will send these tickets to both the applications. And both Kerberos tickets will have same set of attributes. So that means it doesn't matter what sort of applications user is trying to access. Same set of Kerberos tickets will be sent to the applications. But the things will change when applications need a different set of attributes for the authentication purpose. Let's say if application 1 needs department attribute and application 2 needs email address attribute for authentication. They do not need group SID or account SID attributes. So this is where ADFS come in the picture. Every user in Active Directory has certain attributes. For example, email address, department, user principal name, or contact number. All these attributes are called claims in ADFS. In ADFS, when a user will try to access certain applications, those applications will contact ADFS server. Then ADFS server will contact Active Directory to get the user authenticated. And once the user is authenticated, ADFS will send a token to the applications. But ADFS has the ability to customize the token as per the application's requirement. If application 1 needs a token on the basis of department attribute, ADFS server will construct a token on the basis of department attribute and will send this token to the application. In the same way, if another application's requirement is that the user should be authenticated on the basis of email address attribute, ADFS will construct another token including email address of the user and will send this token to the application. So this is one of the reasons why do we need ADFS. ADFS has the ability to customize the response as per the application's requirement. If an application's requirement is that once user is authenticated, I need email address attribute in the token to validate that user. So ADFS will construct a token. It will include email address attribute within the token and will send this token to the application. Application provider will validate the token and will provide access to the user. And this is called claims-based identity model or claims-based access control authorization model. Now, if we compare Active Directory with ADFS, so what we can understand, the acknowledgement that Active Directory issues after the authentication is called ticket. And the acknowledgement that is shared by ADFS is called token. Kerberos tickets that are issued by Active Directory cannot be customized, but ADFS token can be customized as per the application requirement. In Active Directory, applications directly contact Active Directory for authentication. But in case of ADFS, applications contact ADFS server because ADFS is placed between the application and Active Directory. So applications will contact ADFS and ADFS will contact Active Directory for authentication. Now let's understand what is a federation trust. Let's consider one example. Let's say you are going to board a plane. When you enter to the main gate of the airport, you need to show your ID proof. An ID proof can be your driving license, it can be a passport, or even Aadhaar card. Once you show your ID proof, you go to the ticket counter from where you get the boarding pass. And once you get the boarding pass, you will go to the boarding gate and will board the flight. Now, the question arises, why airport authorities should let you enter inside the airport on the basis of your ID proof? Why should they trust your driving license or your passport? You got the driving license from the Department of Public Safety. You show your driving license to the security guard and you get access to the airport. Because there is a trust between the Department of Public Safety and the airport. Because of this trust, you can get access to the airport premises by showing your ID proof. In ADFS, when a user tries to access an application that is hosted in another organization, he is asked to prove his identity. User will go to his identity provider. Identity provider will issue a token to the user. User will provide that token to the resource provider. Resource provider will issue another token to the user. Then user will provide that token to the application and user will get access to the application. But again, question arises, why would resource provider should trust this user? Why resource provider organization should trust the token that is sent from the identity provider? Because there is a trust between two organizations. One important thing that we need to notice in this example is that entire communication that is being done among user, identity provider, and the resource provider is handled by the user itself. In ADFS, entire communication is handled by the client machine. Identity provider do not directly contact resource provider. The client machine will contact identity provider for authentication. Client machine will forward the token to the resource provider. Then client machine will receive token from the resource provider and will forward that token to the application. So we are reducing the load on the server. Entire load is taken by the client machine. Now let's understand few terms that I will be using throughout this series. What is claim? A claim is a piece of identity information. It could be display name, email address, or department. All these Active Directory attributes are called claims in ADFS. Security Token Service or STS issues the tokens to the authenticated users. Its job is to issue security tokens to the applications. For example, when you log into portal.office.com, you are redirected to login.microsoftonline.com, which is the security token service for portal.office.com. ADFS is also a security token service or STS. Claims provider is a service that issues claims during the sign-in process. An example of claims provider is Active Directory. Identity provider provides the single sign-on functionality between an organization and the applications. An example of identity provider is ADFS. Relying party is the one who is hosting the application. Relying party consumes the tokens those are issued by ADFS server. In the next video, I will be discussing the different types of ADFS deployment scenarios. I will be talking about standalone ADFS, ADFS deployment using Windows Internal Database or WID, and ADFS deployment using SQL Server. And then we will be discussing what type of certificate is required for ADFS installation. So if you have learned something new from this particular video, please write in comments and please subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys. Thank you for your time. Take care.